First company that I think is very interesting is Flock. It's Flock cover, I think, but they really foresee a huge rise in the amount of drones that will be used in the future. So in the smart city context, they look, well, deliveries will probably make use of drones, security aspects, police is using it, but also the fire brigade. I don't know if you've seen that online. There's a movie circulating of a very high apartment building where drones are being used to quickly extinguish fires. So there's all tons of applications. A company like this, covers entire fleet of drones and has fleet coverage for these drones. But also what's interesting, they're gathering a huge amount of data on the typical circumstances and the risks that a drone basically has for these specific types of assignments that they have. And based on that, they give you a rate up front. If you say we're going to deploy the drone for this or that reason, based on the previous cases that they've done, they already can tell you, well, this is like that. I will quickly go through this one because it's obvious, but with all of these kind of the amount of data and the type of data and the communication between all the different parties, for sure, cybersecurity will become much more important, even more important.
Buzzword is selling, and anti-terror measures are selling well to as a slipstream.
But you have startups and scale-up companies who actually find this a very interesting niche and offer specific coverage for smart city applications of cyber insurance. So also real-time monitoring and trying to prevent risks is also there's a lot of interesting.
So that's water quality. Do you have to think about those fields? Certainly that the power doesn't go down in critical places for
absolutely.
too long. Okay.
Because this is critical infrastructure, and if you have that many people living in a city, it becomes very important.
Okay, great. So that was the second.
So that's the second. The third one speaks also a little bit for itself as smart buildings, smart homes. But you have insurance companies that have really interesting applications. A company like Ubiquisence, for example, has real-time monitoring of how many people are in a building, at what location, what are the rooms which are being used. It has been deployed, by the way, in the COVID-19 crisis for social distancing. And basically, you have a number of startup companies who are really focusing on how can we better risk assess using all of that technology in our houses and in our commercial buildings.
So we know that we kept, we have 2.5 meters here of distance, that we respect that without the mask.
Respect that, so that
if there's a fire in the building, they know who was in which room and where they should evacuate if they still live there. Okay, so that's the type of risks they cover.
That's the type of risk that they cover.